What's up, YouTube? Continuing from the last one. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Most likely IDK just talking. But I never get this stuff out because everybody tries to derail it, especially when they know it's coming. And with so much of this going on, which, if you really think about it, I have ADHD. They're probably doing all these, you know, different routes. So it makes me look paranoid, makes me look like I'm crazy. Yeah, you found out, didn't you, Brian? She fucked you over too, dude. Told you. Told you not to listen to my brother. Didn't listen to that either. He's the reason you got broke up from your wife. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I know you don't know that. Really? If I was a fuckboy like him and you, when your wife sexually assaulted me and her friend sexually assaulted me, why didn't I take them up on their offer? But that's not a fuckboy. Fuckboy would have said, hell yeah. I didn't. When you think that was an act? Trust me, buddy. Then I show up to my nephew's birthday party because supposedly I'm invited. And this party was to rub shit in my face. Oh yeah, it was. The truck I bought, he it was his truck. I paid 500 for it. Put a new fuel pump in it. It happened to be a fuel pump relay that was in a board. Board was like $400 to buy a new one, or you could buy the relay, take the old one out, put it in, which is a lot more work and a lot more difficult. So I just put a kill switch in that bypassed it and put it on the road. Well, she breaks up with me shortly after. Well, we break up. I broke up with her, but I keep saying she broke up with me because she was playing a psychological game for the 3 months she was here, trying to say she wanted to work on things, just like she always did when she got caught doing something. But instead, this time she had some type of sinister plan behind her back. Even tried to tell the kids that I stole her SIM card or something to her phone, and that's why she was being so mean to me. That's not true. Even Talon says in the video that she had my phone, and she did. She tried to hide it, and she's like, "Well, I need that phone back." I said, "No, you need the SIM card that has everything that's on that phone. So all your boyfriend's numbers are on there. That phone stays with me." Yeah, just another bullshit story. Who does that? Brian, my nephew John, and Pop. They will start bullshit stories and argue tooth and nail, even though they know it's not true. Excuse me. Yeah, at first he used to blame me for everything he lost. If he loses his keys, I took it. If he lost his wallet, I took it. If he lost his vape, I took it. I take everything, apparently. Never stolen anything from these people, by the way. Never. I mean, literally never. Never. But okay. Pop starts to believe him until he starts blaming Pop for stealing his stuff. Yeah. But the thing is Pop still has the same attitude towards me. Like when John's here and has an attitude towards everybody, Pop tries to play, yell at John. I'm the only one that can correct him. Nobody else can say anything to him. But as soon as, John leaves or goes somewhere, Pop picks up the same role that John was playing before he left. Trying to start trouble, talking like an asshole to me, to his grandmother, to his grandfather, no matter what, just trying to pick a fight no matter where he can. Literally over anything and everything. It reminds me of his mother, and it reminds me of Brian Scott. Brian Scott is the same way. Yes, that little shit used to do whatever the fuck he wanted, then run to his grandparents, which was my stepdad's parents at the time, give them a whole different bullshit story. They would protect him and make sure nobody touched him, no matter what he did. He could have blown up your car. They would have made it seem like it was so innocent. Yeah, he could have kidnapped you. I'm not saying it's really possible. I'm just saying if he did, and you got loose and he ran off, and he ran to them, it doesn't matter what he did. He was innocent. And that's just not the way things should work. This is how you get kids running around thinking they can do whatever the fuck they want. And a lot of people have said that shit to me. Oh, you're spoiled. You just think you can do whatever I want. Ha ha ha. I have never, ever in my life done completely everything that I want. Because if I did, I'd be in jail. Because people deserve an ass whooping. And let me tell you something. There's plenty of times I could have served that, and I didn't. It's just, it's a bunch of bullshit, is what it is. I do all kinds of work around here. Anytime work, gets slow or anything, supposedly, oh, I don't work. First of all, it's a slave system. You're only working so you can keep what bullshit you do have. Um, and that's only if they want you to. If for any reason they want to take it, no matter how hard you worked or how much you paid, they'll take it. And that's just the way it is. You don't own shit. And he's in this mindset, you know, that everybody should have a job and two new cars and a big ass house. And I'm like, dude, it just don't work like that. You forget your fucking daughter in law took out three of your grandkids and then robbed everybody legally, apparently. Yeah, we had who almost 30,000 in a bank account before she left. Where do you think that went? Yeah, but of course her name's on it, and so is mine. So guess what? It's her money too. Well, apparently a mother with three kids has an excuse. So, but whatever. It's just insane. Every time I would find a good routine that would work, get bills paid, take care of the kids, they'd always have to throw a little fucking monkey wrench in it and fuck it all up. It's like, dude, why? Everything was going so good. What the fuck are you doing? That's when people would get mad at me. Oh, you're controlling, you're this, you're that. Because I said you shouldn't have done this? This is why this happened? Oh, you know everything. Well, I sat here and watched it, and we talked about it before you did it. So you knew it was going to happen. Yeah, that's why we decided not to go that route, remember? And see, it was working great until you said, I'm doing it anyway. And right down the tubes, everything went. Did you stop there? No, you kept doing it. Yeah, well, you didn't do everything perfect. Were you there? Then you can't tell me that. Tell you one thing, these girls all had an attitude because I wouldn't go back with them. So what does that tell you? Oh, is that another lie? Yeah, I'm sure it is. Fucking idiots. Yeah, Leslie lied through her teeth, and she knows she did. Jeanette, Tiffany, and Leslie were the witnesses on what Jen did on her own and got caught in her own lie by her own people. That is exactly what I went there and protected her from. Gold Dodge van, well, copper Dodge van is what I had. And yes, I did. And of course, Tiffany got mad at me. I don't know. She did deserve it. Maybe I shouldn't have helped her. She damn sure did. And trust me, half of me wanted to let it happen. But the other half of me was like, what kind of asshole are you if you do? I thought me and Jen could level with each other and stop this bullshit, and I thought we did. Apparently not. Sorry, Jen. You weren't my type from the beginning. Too much lying and bullshit. Yeah, I don't get it either. Tiff messed with two or three people named Chris while we were together and told on herself. Jen messed with a dude named Chris. Told on herself. I mean, really? I mean, why do you guys act like you're so into me if this is really what you wanted? Oh, gotta get that paycheck first, right? I even told them all at the beginning. If you want an open relationship or dating and all that, you need to tell me now, because I don't go for that type of stuff. Then a couple of them I was like that at the beginning, just to see if that made a difference. Nope, didn't make a fucking difference. They decided on their own they wanted to be steady and all that. I asked them if they were sure. They said yeah. It wasn't, that quickly. Of course, I checked, tried to check things, tried to make sure, it's really what they want. I guess in their mind at the time, it was what they wanted. But then I get hit with, oh, well, people, oh, shut the fuck up. When a man changes, a woman blames it on him. When a woman changes, she blames it on him. Or it's just the way life is. Bullshit. You just don't want to say the fucking truth. You wanted an expensive life. You forgot that you both have to work your fucking lives away to get it. And then you want to use that against him. So you can walk out with doing the less work and more money. That's it. That's all it's ever been. Stop bullshitting. Getting tired of that. Always trying to act like there's all these like feelings or something behind it. No, there's not. That's just your love bombing that you use. Gaslighting, whatever you want to call it. Pretty funny how they have all these words that mean the same thing. Love bombing and gaslighting are pretty much the same fucking thing. You're leading somebody to believe something that you're not really feeling. How that's not against the law, how that's not fraud, how that's not any of those things is amazing. You are not just robbing somebody. You are playing with their emotions, bringing a life into this world, and only so you can work less. And if anybody pays attention, you go and snag a job just to be like, see, I don't care about working. I work hard. Yeah, right. Fuck out of here. That's what I mean. It's like guys are held under a microscope, and they want, you know, pretty much all facts until they see a point where they can run off with delusion land and people will believe them. But with a girl, they run off a different way in delusion land. Oh, we didn't see that. If that doesn't show intentional just to side with a woman, I don't know what the fuck is. And yeah, this has got me really pissed off at modern day women. Yes, it does, because that's exactly what these women were. Most of them were raised by single mothers that had a problem with their dads, all because they couldn't control their shit or get off their ass and do stuff. Yeah, I don't know what that is. They think once they have a kid, they should be able to sit on their ass and bark orders and point, and we should just hop too. Yeah, wouldn't you just love that? We've been seeing a lot of people do a lot of evil, heartless things, and it's slowly gotten worse. So, even though this is really bad to hear, this is not so far fetched that it can't be in their realms of reality because people have made it our reality in so many different cases. And yes, they have been women, not all men. And what's funny is we're finding out that it's been mainly women that's been hurting kids. Men have done it, but I still don't call them men. I call them males that are immature. They don't deserve that title. Just like these women, they don't deserve the title of lady because you have no class. I don't care how much you're good at faking it, you have no class. There are ladies out there. Are there many? No. And just because they're married don't mean they're a lady. Do you see the attitudes out of these women lately? All because of the empowerment of this fucking new feminist movement, even though they're just running their mouth. All you allowed males to do was get inside your head and make you believe that you couldn't do something. That's on you. You had the rights, you had the free will, you had nothing stopping you but noise. You got wrapped in that noise and listened to it instead of ignoring it and working. You don't know what you're doing. Yes, I do because I watch you girls do it all the time. I work in a production trade. If you don't think I know how to make up for downtime, you're crazy. You heard me. The word you hate, your kryptonite. Well, that is very, very insane to do. Or to say, just because you want to stand there and overthink, then blame that on being over. You did it yourself. Stop wasting all that time. Get your ass out there and do it. You don't think us men run into that on blue collar jobs? We are freaking railroaded the whole time we're working. Are you kidding me? We are made fun of. We are fucked with. We get our tools hidden. Dude, there is no limit to the amount of bullshit we go through just to learn a trade. You think you are the only ones and you think you can throw a fit and jump the line. No. If we have to go through that to earn our stripes, so do you. You don't just get to come out here and say, I am female. And I have feelings, so you can't do that to me. No. We're men. We have feelings. It's part of the process. If you can't handle it, then get the fuck out of the trade. And I'm tired of seeing these girls hop in our trades with yoga pants, fucking really loose fucking tank tops, shit like that. Shit you would see, you know, girls trying to get attention out on the street wearing. Why the fuck are you wearing that on a job site? And I know they have all kinds of stupid ass excuses. It's hot, it's this, it's that. Yeah, this is what I mean. They always try and get you to second guess what you're saying to either be fair or use the realm of fairness and manipulation to get what they want, even though you know they're a female. By doing that, you're causing a problem, especially on a job site, and they know it. But they come up with all this word salad shit in this delusional little fucking world they try to paint, and that's just not reality. The reality of it is, none of us should be dressing like that. Most of the men on here don't. And they're normally their excuse is, well, roofers take their shirts off. And what do you women do? Hoop and holler. If they do. And most of the time, those are fuck boys. Those aren't real men. They're trying to get your attention. That's why their shirts off. It ain't just because it's hot. You guys are stupid. That's why saying that kind of stuff doesn't work. Only that people should have a certain level of modesty and class to them regardless. And that right there just shows that they don't. And it's for a reason. It is to start right here. This chaos right here. This back and forth ping pong ball catch 22 bullshit. This is what Me Too also was after. And I'm also going to point out why that group even started. It's in the name. When men going their own way, which is also known as MGTOW, formed and started going on social media, shortly after, you had a female group form, and it was called Me Too. Most people don't pay attention to that because they didn't care about it to even let it register in their brain, apparently. This is why they started moving towards the SA movement part of Me Too. Now, they involved people that were SA'd and people that weren't. They also involved people that would go out and intentionally set up to be SA'd or talk to a certain way or to dig up any type of story they could come up with. And because they were there with that person at that time, there's nothing saying that this didn't go down. So now it's up to the other person to prove that it didn't. This is how they've been taking over businesses. This is how they've been taking over marriages. This is how they've been taking over men's lives. They are jumping the line. They don't want to do all the hard work to get there. They want to jump the line. What is the Black Lives Matter movement doing? Jumping the line. The line of life. Yes, you got to work so hard to get to a certain point if you want, right? They're trying to throw a fit, blame it on racism, blame it on oppression, blame it on this, that, and the other, when none of it's fucking true. And look what doors have opened. Right. Now planes are crashing, cars and deliveries are going through people's houses, all kinds of crazy stuff's going on, and we seem to not figure out why it's happening. It's because you all have been manipulated into letting these people have their way. Because what's happened ever since you have? Kids have been attacked at school. Society has been in a complete uproar and meltdown. Your country has been lit on fire I don't know how many times. Really? How many more signs do you have to have that maybe you shouldn't be doing that? I mean, I guess we forget about the three structure out deal, right? Well, that's baseball. No, that's also to keep your ass safe in life. Trust me, I used to do that too, and it still didn't keep me completely safe. And that's because other people had sinister plans, way worse than what I anticipated. I really didn't think a woman would be that evil. And I really didn't hear all these horror stories about women hurting children until after she was doing what she was doing. Now, I don't know what it is. These girls love kids. They beg for kids. They are so sweet until they get them. Then it's like fucking all hell breaks loose. It's like, what is going on here? Oh, it's postpartum. Bullshit. What? Do you have an excuse made up already for everything? Because this is insane how they hide behind all that. They do. Yeah, Jen's doctor, the one that delivered Jazz, never said anything about postpartum. He said he was worried about that there was no bond between the mother and the child, and that's a baby girl. This is normally very, very rare. And I said, well, yeah. What do you mean they don't have a bond? She just carried her for 9 months. What do you mean they don't have a bond? He said, well, I can tell that they don't. And he said, the way she was acting in the delivery room, that's not postpartum. That was her just being selfish and not wanting the kid. This is why he was worried about where Jazzy was going. And I said, she's going with me, so don't worry about it. And she was safe. Her mom started to do some things. I caught it, and yeah, I had to quit my job just to make sure my daughter was being fed and taken care of properly. And then as soon as I got all that done, to where I had a little bit better of a support system, then I slowly started going back to work. I mean, if that's not putting my kids first, I don't know what is. I can't go to work and make sure she's fed and taken care of. Pretty funny, a single mother in this position. Oh boy, she'd be a hero, but no, not dad. Dad's still an asshole. What? I'm the one who taught this girl how to talk. I'm the one who taught this girl how to walk. She knew how to do all that because of me. It wasn't because of her mom. Yeah, my two fingers is what she learned to walk with, just like all my kids except for Kyle. Kyle's the only one that didn't get to learn to walk with my two fingers. Jazzy, David, Kirsten, Talon, and Nolan all did. I was there for all their births. I did anything and everything I could. None of it was ever good enough. There was always a trap behind it on their end. I don't know. I guess because they've told so many lies and stuff like that, that me being myself pr- would show that they were liars. Now, sometimes I I would like to believe that's why they would manipulate the people that were around. I'm not exactly sure, but that's what it seems like. I don't know what it is either. Every time I'd be like, yeah, I believe it's jealousy. People would start laughing. What the fuck would they be jealous of that? Exactly. I don't know. You act like I'm the one doing this. I'm fucking. I'm telling you what it seems like. I don't play games like that. And it's funny. People, oh, you're a dude. Of course you do. You guys got this shit mixed up. Women do that. Men don't do that shit. What's wrong with you? I miss my babies. I wanted us all to grow up and be a tight family. No matter if the mommies worked out or not. I was hoping they would. Jen was the only one that I really didn't care either which way, but I still gave it the best shot I could. I can't believe you said that about Mary Lou, you lying ass. I remember how shocked and how sweet and all you were trying to be and jumping on her for what she did. And you were the one pushing me to fucking get her arrested and I wouldn't press charges. Oh, yeah, if I was in the wrong, how come the cops said that she was the aggressor and could go to jail? I never touched the woman. I wasn't even rude to her. Grabbing her hand so she can't hit me is not what is considered touching in that aspect. As in, I didn't hit her, I didn't assault her. All I did was I had quit working at American Home Interiors. I was working with Rich Monty, which was one of the subcontractors, and Jen wouldn't stop bugging me about going to work. And I made a mistake. I let her come on a job with us, and she wouldn't stop fucking with the two people I work with. She was disappearing with them. And I'm like, what are you doing? Not only that, Rich Monty, man, he's a fucking moron in the way he wants people to install. He wants one guy to kick, the other guy to go behind and trim, and then another guy to come in and tuck. What the? I did. I told him, I said, dude, you go install that room. I'm installing this one, and I'll be on the next one when I'm done this one. I don't need that type of circus going on. This is fucking stupid. That's what I mean. I was a worker, dude, and people would use it. And he did. We even went to his house for Thanksgiving. He started acting like a fucking nut. I would beat his ass on Tekken all the time, and he'd get mad. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know what it is about a woman and the fact that she can lie like that, and people just fucking believe it. I guess because they don't want to piss her off, and they don't give a fuck about the dude, even if it's his friend. So, but then I see these other dudes that, they don't let anything come in between them. I'm like, why the fuck couldn't I find friends like that? I thought I had friends like that. Nope. They're all only around because of her. They were just waiting for their spot. That's some bullshit. Really pisses you off, man.